Newspapers in the West are going bankrupt. Advertising, especially classified ads, is migrating massively from newspapers to free online services. In the US, classified ad revenues dwindled from $20 billion in 2000 to less than $10 billion in 2008. Similar problems beset the music industry, which has seen music CD sales decline. The movie industry is feeling the pressure as well. All these and many other businesses are struggling to create new business models that can compete and thrive in a marketplace where Freakonomics has taken hold. It is a situation that we ourselves face. This conundrum is at the core of our agenda in this conference. One lesson from the experience of media businesses is that there is no quick fix to this, and there is probably no single big solution. The way forward will likely require many different initiatives and experiments. The other lesson for us, perhaps the most important, is this: doing nothing is the most dangerous thing of all. The internet has become a pervasive presence in our lives and will become even more so in the years to come. The outcome is guaranteed, as both fixed and mobile services, thanks to our own efforts, are becoming more powerful and are transitioning to an all-IP network in the next few years. Also, handsets are acquiring more intelligence even as they become more affordable and accessible. And applications and content are proliferating to the point that we have all become both consumers and creators of content. We are fortunate that in this conference, we have several interesting presentations on how we can transition from an all-IP to an all-IP environment in ways that will enable us to seize business opportunities. I look forward to the exchange of views that these presentations will stimulate. Allow me now to just briefly discuss 2 points as food for thought. The first concerns the challenge posed by the growth of VoIP. You all know the statistics. OBV, for example, reports that VoIP international wholesale minutes have increased more than 5 times from 22 billion in 2003 to 110 billion in 2008. The general conclusion is VoIP is taking off around the world. The problem is this: though VoIP traffic is rapidly growing, much of the world's interconnect is done on TDM. Bilateral agreements between carriers account for 70% of the world's voice traffic, and these agreements are based on TDM interconnects. This situation does not seem sustainable. It will become less and less tenable as VoIP traffic continues to grow. So, it certainly seems that carriers, sooner or later, will have to migrate their interconnect from TDM to VoIP. There are, however, contrasting views on this subject. One school of thought says we should strip out TDM as quickly as possible. According to this view, that is the only way to truly benefit from the technical capabilities and cost efficiencies of IP-based technologies. After all, IP-based interconnects support multiple services, including voice plus data-rich services that next-generation networks promise. Other carriers, however, are more cautious and urge a gradualist approach. Their point is that migrating from TDM to VoIP isn't just a question of replacing expensive proprietary TDM boxes with cheaper off-the-shelf IP boxes. They point out that TDM interconnects lie at the heart of an operator's billing model. Moreover, shifting to VoIP interconnects require changes in both business support systems and operational support systems. Also, unlike TDM, VoIP is not based on a single set of well-established standards. VoIP services have different signaling protocols and encoding algorithms. Given the complexity of this task, the view of this school of thought is that the shift to VoIP should be done in steps when it makes economic sense to do so. when price differentials and service quality advantages establish the business case for such a shift. Either way, whether you think the conversion from TDM to VoIP should be immediate or measured, the global telecoms industry will have to work out how this shift should be accomplished in an orderly fashion. How do you replace each carrier's mesh of TDM interconnects with VoIP interconnects? Right now, there are two industry groups that have initiated programs for this purpose. One is the Internet Working Alliance, or IPIA, and the other is I3 Forum, each with its own approach, but hopefully not completely divergent. In fact, both organizations have conducted joint meetings and more exchanges of information are being planned. We hope this trend continues because we really need to make this work. Which brings me to my second and final point, which is rather rich in irony. As one industry observer put it, many people are getting rich on the internet, but almost none of them are spending money to keep the interconnecting infrastructure growing and expanding. Search outfits make money from advertising. Retailers make their money selling books, cars, and real estate. Data centers sell space and power inside their facilities. DNS squatters make money by registering thousands of domain names and sitting on them until someone else is willing to pay. But almost none of these help to build up the core of the internet. Much of that task falls on our shoulders, on the network operators. And it is a gigantic task that is growing larger by the day as internet traffic, supercharged by video and other bandwidth-hungry services, increases by leaps and bounds. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have a choice. We must succeed in transitioning to an all-IP world so that we can continue to fulfill the vital role that we play in linking our increasingly interconnected and networked world. Thank you and good day.